Eugene. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He is taking a 1-0 approach, even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today. He said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll... and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Ducks ready to kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And, man, he is going to be tasked at that QB spot with a tremendous challenge. This unit, they're top 10 in sacks, and they're going to be pinning their ears back, flying around like you've watched them on tape. And so, Palmer, when you're a QB, man, and you know you're going against guys that can get to you fast, that win, that hit quarterbacks, like, what's going through your head to start a football game?
You are not going to be able to get through your entire progression. You are going 1 to 2, and if that's not open, you're taking off or you're throwing it away. You better know where your check down throw is each and every time you drop back, because against this pass rush, you are not going to have a lot of time.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give on the counter. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Calandria. Dumps it off in the flats. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Ducks offense will now get its first chance with the football. Dante Moore led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Dante Moore. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man in the middle. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Got 5 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got him on the RPO. Breaks into the open. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hunter. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Caught. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Out wide left, it's Barney. Could not make his way to the corner.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Shakes off the defender. And he's brought down after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the 2nd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gonna run it. It's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the...
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback changing the play. Moore. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the return. Bust through behind his pad. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Can't get him to the ground. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Myers on the move. Nearly intercepted.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Calandria. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They're testing the right side here. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
You You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Turns into the pile. Got a little grass. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's more to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll move the wide receiver. Moore to the air. Finds his target. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? They'll try to pass their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He'll get rid of it. Out wide right, it's Hunter. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this 1st half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They've got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
2nd and long here. Sets his feet. It's Calandria. That one just came off his hand badly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the big...
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Second down, going to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Ives. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing more. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He's got it on the outside. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Moore will throw. Right side, it's Bear. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor. The Cornhuskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From deep, it's Bear. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly's always working the injuries on the sidelines. Holly, what have you got?
Guys, I caught up with the Cornhuskers head coach at the half. They have got to keep an eye on their quarterback. He definitely struggled in that first half. Some of it, though, not his fault. He has taken a lot of hits. I can visually see the wear and tear, bumps, bruises, seeing him with some abrasions. They've got to do a better job protecting him, or we'll see if they make a change. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass, it's Calandria. Turns it upfield. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Huskers will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Turning it on, inside the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Sends it back in motion. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Left side is Hunter. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. They'll try to power it in. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the...
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 27, set to kick it off.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bear. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dante Moore. Got it in the middle. It's Bear. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Long way to go on second down. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. On the ground, it's Davison. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Turns it upfield. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's changing the play. Moore. He's going to throw deep right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone, he makes those throws in his sleep.
Nickelback on the field, looking pass as they try to keep this a one-possession game in the fourth. Here's Moore to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Tackle and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Snapped on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Tried everything in his power to get that final yard, but they got him out of bounds and get the 4th down stop.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. Because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with a win.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The quick out. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's Ives. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He'll set up to throw. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're all over him. He's going to take off. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Throwing more. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Moore will throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Nebraska, 13.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the run, fires downfield. He's open on the right. There he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the... and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Dante Moore. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Moore to the air. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got a man, it's eyes. Get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14.